Hey everybody, welcome to Top Comics 2 Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff. This gives you a little bit more of a head start, so you make sure that you don't forget and it doesn't come to the last second and you say, whoops, I did not pre-order my Absolute Superman, but huge week.
Yep.
It's going to be a huge week when we go over all this on Friday as well with all the variants and everything. But these are some bangers, so let's get into it.
Well, Absolute Batman #1 came out today, but you do not have time to catch your breath because Absolute Superman is on FOC this coming weekend. Written by Jason Aaron, art by Rafa Sandoval. We don't know too much about the story yet. We do know that he doesn't have his Fortress of Solitude. He doesn't have the Kent family. He doesn't even have a home. He's kind of a nomad. We do know that eventually in the series, he is going to wind up tangling against something called the Lazarus Corporation. We've seen on the cover of issue 2, there is a group of peacemakers surrounding him, and it sounds like we're going to get introduced to Lois Lane. If not the first issue, then the second issue. So more to come. But yes, if Absolute Batman was any indication, you're definitely going to want to pre-order this by this weekend.
Next up, we have West Coast Avengers. Yes, Marvel's bringing back the West Coast Avengers. This time, it is being put together by Iron Man and War Machine. And not only is this going to be a Avengers team, it's going to have members that are villains, including Ultron. Can Ultron be redeemed? So far, it seems like he's walking a pretty straight and narrow path. But it looks like Jessica Drew doesn't necessarily believe that this is going to last. Sounds like a really interesting idea for a new Avengers team that you're definitely not going to want to miss with the crazy stuff they've got planned.
Next, we've got all new Venom #1. This takes place after all of the craziness from the Venom War has finished, and there is a new host wearing the Venom symbiote, but we do not know who it is. It says it could be the journalist, it could be the terrorist, the sidekick, or even the mayor, referencing Luke Cage. So we don't quite know what the overall story is. I guess part of it's going to be trying to figure out who is the new Venom. But yeah, we'll have to read it and see if they tell us right off the bat or maybe later in the story.
Next up, we got JSA #1, our next new #1 in the DC All In. This is so exciting. This is going to be written by Jeff Lemire, and the art is by Diego Olortelli. And I can't wait for this. So it's bringing some of the younger members of the JSA, the older members, the original members. This is going to be kind of a full generational team as they kind of try to figure out, does our golden age way of handling these problems work, or do we have to get more hardcore about how we face our threats, considering they're going to be going up against a new Injustice Society of America. I can't wait for this. I think this is going to be a big one that you're, you know, going to be running alongside things like Justice League and all of that. So don't miss JSA #1.
Batgirl #1 is another DC all-in title. This is a new Cassandra Cain Batgirl book. In this one, there is a deadly group of assassins who show up to kill Cassandra Cain. Lady Shiva, her mother, comes in and saves her, but they have to work together to get out alive. And then Cass embarks on a jaw-dropping martial arts-filled adventure in her quest for truth and justice and revenge. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Next up, we have Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku, Republic Under Siege. This is our next of our 3 miniseries, or 4 miniseries we're getting. I can't remember how many, but they all are part of the Battle of Jakku umbrella. And so if you're getting the one right now, you'll definitely want to jump onto this one because in this one, Luke must seek out a relic that could hold clues to the future of the Jedi Order. Where is Han Solo and Chewbacca? They're missing, and the return of a fan favorite guest star and ally. So the story is continuing. If you're on the one right now, you'll definitely want to bridge that over to this one, and then I think there is another one coming after this, but it is a separate series. You'll want to let your store know that you want to be on Republic Under Siege as well.
Next up is What If Minnie became Captain Marvel. This is in the same vein of Donald Duck becoming Thor and Wolverine. This says it's inspired by Miss Marvel numbers 1 through 4. Minnie Mouse is tasked with writing an expose on the new hero, Captain Marvel, but Peg Leg Pete Scorpion complicates her plans, and then John D. Rocker Duck and the Beagle Boys attack Scrooge McDuck's money bin. And when Captain Marvel shows up to stop them, Minnie discovers an incredible secret about her past. So another really fun Disney Marvel mashup.
Next up, we have a new book from Distillery. This is The City Beneath Her Feet. This is going to be a new book by James Tynan and Elsa Chartier. And it says this is a bloody love letter to New York City, as we have our main character, Zara. She had a whirlwind romance with Jasper Jane, but it was so hot and so fast, it feels like it was actually a dream. But later, she's pulled back into Jasper Jane's life when she learns that she's been listed as her emergency contact, and she's going to have to be thrust back into that world, learning about Jasper's backstory and her time as an assassin as she herself is getting chased by those assassins. So, sounds crazy, sounds really fun. I love the colors of this. You'll definitely not want to miss out on this one.
DuckTales #1 is a new book from Dynamite. We know that Uncle Scritch is rich in money, but he's also rich in stories. And Huey, Dewey, and Louie are pestering him to share more and more stories of his legendary quests and globe-trotting treasure hunts. So I don't know if this. I think this is a mini series, but I don't know if this issue is if it's going to tell one overall story or if this issue might be a collection of short stories, and then the second issue is something totally different, but a new DuckTales series for you DuckTales fans.
And next up, we want to spotlight Ultimate Spider-Man number 11, because this one is who is Ultimate Black Cat? You see her on the cover, but what is her relationship with the Black Cat, the burglar that is part of Kingpin's Sinister Six? What's all that about? Plus, tensions rise between Spider-Man and Green Goblin, who in this universe are pals and have been working
Mm.
together. Sounds like the Ultimate Universe is expanding, at least for Spider-Man, bringing in more characters and everything that I cannot wait to see. That is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, head over to infinityflux.net. That's where you do all your pre-ordering, so you're guaranteed to get the books when they come out. If we saw any indication this week, we are selling out of Absolute Batman super fast. And I imagine Wonder Woman and Superman are going to do the same. So you don't want to miss out on getting your pre order in, so you're guaranteed a copy. Plus, all these other great books that we talked about. It just helps us know better which books people are excited about. And connecting the right book with the right reader is what we're all about. So, again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our show coming up on Friday. We'll be going over these books, their variants, and a ton more.
And please come back for that show on Friday because there were a ton of books that we couldn't fit into this
Yep,
show. So it's not just these 10, there are a bunch more, and we will talk about them on Friday.
absolutely. So, until next time,
See
see
ya.
ya.